Welcome to Epic Stock Due Diligence. Please subscribe at youtube.com/EpicStockDD. Thank you.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another exciting episode of Epic Stock Due Diligence. That's youtube.com/EpicStockDD. Now today I want to talk about the fun side of pump and dumps. But before I do, I want to say, this video and all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only. They should not be considered a recommendation to buy or sell security. I'm posting this and all content as a form of entertainment. So with that being said, pump and dumps. Now if you're new to penny stocks, there's still a good possibility that you've heard of the term pump and dump. And a lot of people say, oh, that's negative, and a lot of people assume that because it's a pump and dump, it's a sketchy company, and it's something that a sane person would not even invest $5 in. And that is very true. And again, with penny stocks, one should expect to lose 100% of their speculative investment, because more than likely that's what's going to happen. But with that being said, penny stocks, these pump and dump plays, they can move very rapidly. So to look at how some of the main triggers for price per share increase for a pump and dump stock, let's look at it from the outside first. So these unethical traders that are behind the pump and dump, they're front loaded. So let's look at a stock that was hypothetically trading at 0001.0001 price per share. That is the lowest that a stock can trade at. It's 0001 on the ask, and there's no bid. So someone buys that, they can't sell it unless the price per share on the ask increases and then a bid pops up. So it's a very awkward situation for a sane trader to enter. Who would want to enter something that they would immediately incur 100% loss because they couldn't sell? A lot of people wouldn't. But if you're front loaded at whatever price per share on a pump and dump before the pump actually starts to occur, so the pump can be, there's a lot of ways that a pump's orchestrated. It's orchestrated by way of penny stock newsletters, and that's a situation where people may pay a monthly fee or a one-time fee or whatever to gain access to what is referred to as, just very special and elite, for your eyes only type information on the street. And so what'll happen in the newsletter scenario, these people behind the pump that were front loaded, they got in cheap, abundance of shares, then they decide they're going to start the pump. So the pump may not usually doesn't start out as something just jaw dropping, but it's significant enough to get people itching to buy in, and then when they buy, they feel like, oh, I should buy more, I should have bought more, I should have bought more. And that's how it gets going. So there's usually several legs to a pump. So looking at a hypothetical 0001 price per share stock, I mean, this thing may run to the 00 range, 001 and beyond, within a matter of minutes, within a matter of hours. Once it hits that, there's often a rapid, or not necessarily that particular price per share, but once it goes up very significantly, a few %,000%, there's often people taking profits. Now these are people that were possibly people that were in on the pump, knowing that that they want it to correct sharply, and then use their storytelling abilities to put up a reason why people should buy more. Because that's, say they were front loaded at 0001 price per share, it runs up to 0015. That's a very significant gain. So then they unload at least half of their position. Then at that point they're riding freebies, which means that however the stock may perform, they've already, their speculative investment's already covered. So that's one thing that'll happen with these. And a lot of times, a lot of that sell-off too are people that are new to penny stocks, and they think, oh, I've made, hypothetically I've made 1,100% in one day of trading, and they think that's enough. But there's these stocks, these multi-tiered pumps that can just run insanely high. within a short period of time. But if you'll notice with pump and dumps, if you start to watch some of them, you'll see this pattern where most of them, they start out on that day one with just a very rapid price per share increase, you know, at least a few 100%, maybe a few 1,000%. And then you're going to see the people selling off, it's going to dip. And if the people behind the pump really care about, if they had a very well orchestrated pump, then you're going to see at least a round two where it's going to pop again. And it's just going to play upon traders' emotions. And again, with this video, I emphasize over and over, there are no certainties in the stock market. There's one certainty that's almost 100% certain, and that's people expect we're likely going to lose it all, because that's usually what happens. Because people that even get up big, if they're lucky enough to make a few 1,000% or a few 100% here and there, there's a heightened probability that their wagers are going to increase. So the next speculative trade, they may go in too big instead of spreading that risk among multiple penny stocks. It's a lot of fun. So people say that a pump and dump's a bad thing. I agree. From an ethical perspective, it is a bad thing, because the people that are behind the pump and dump, they're feeding investors bogus information, or information that is true yet holds no significant value. So there's a way they can twist the words and well, let's just think of something hypothetical here. So let's say that car maker XYZ is releasing a new truck. Okay, that's a fair statement. But then when you do your due diligence and you go out and you read the official source of the information that was provided indicating they're releasing a new truck, you discover that the truck is not a truck that people ride in. It's an RC truck that costs about $100. It's radio controlled. So the news was communicated in a way to sound like, oh, there's a new truck there's a new truck from this brand or whatever. You know, they're going to start making vehicles. But then you discover it's just an RC truck. So that's the kind of stuff you find in the penny stock realm. It's a very dirty place. It's dirty, but it's fun. And if you like to roll around in the mud and get dirty and maybe get lucky every now and then and whatever, I mean, it may be something that you enjoy. But again, check out my book if you want to. It's entitled The Penny Stock Perfectionist, and I've got a link within this video's description. Also, you can go to the main page of youtube.com/EpicStockDD, and you can check it out. It's available for a few bucks from Apple iTunes. And if you don't want to, that's fine. I'm not here to pump my book. I'm just here to entertain, and I hope y'all are enjoying my videos. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day.